Welcome back to the Derailed podcast. Fucking, as always, you got me and Fish here.
Fuck butt.
All right.
Hi.
Not your best work, but it was something.
It was quick and concise.
Yeah, quick and concise. Okay, so literally, we're just gonna jump right into today's topic. Fish, what are your opinions on skill-based matchmaking?
I really hope you could hear my chair squeak.
I do.
Awesome. Skill-based matchmaking, well, it makes things a lot more fair. Like, unfortunately, there's depending on the game. Actually, no, basically with any game. If it's a shooter, obviously there's going to be people who make Smurf accounts. And if you don't know what a Smurf account is, it's basically an experienced player hopping into a game under an alternate lower leveled character. And, you know, in a way kind of abusing. Other times it's just like to play with friends at lower tiers. But it's like Smurfs are annoying.
I think that's called, honestly, like, we still call it smurfing. Like, I feel like it's still universally called smurfing, but, like, in reality, that's basically just a troll account.
In a way, yeah.
Like, if you really think about it and get down to it, it's basically just a troll account.
But for
but it's a specific type of trolling account.
Yeah. But for the people, like, for example, whenever we get matched up with other people who are legitimate, like, players, like, that is their main account on, like, Rocket League or on Modern Warfare, you know, at least because of maybe our play style, maybe our like level, you know, collective playtime or that sort of thing, KD, you know, it evens the playing field so that everyone has a fair chance of doing well outside of smurfing.
Right.
And I already know why you brought it up, and I'm not happy.
Yeah, so me as well, I am very much for skill-based matchmaking because personally, I can't think of more enraging gaming experiences than the times that I've hopped into a game to just fucking, you know, sit back and enjoy myself, and I end up screaming at my fucking TV because I'm getting fucking spawn killed out the ass, or fucking literally I walk around a corner 2 seconds after spawning and I'm getting fucking blasted by a dude who is hiding behind the chimney on Nuketown. You know who you are, you're a piece of garbage. Like, in a 1v1, it's understandable because, like, if you're in a 1v1, the whole instance is trying to troll somebody, essentially. Like, me and you, all we do when we do 1v1s is troll the shit out of each other. And most of the videos I see of 1v1s are mostly, like, people getting challenged by, like, dem fucking kids. And
fucking kids.
By, like, you know, like, getting challenged by these kids and them just wrecking shop on them, and the kids are losing their shit. You know, fucking the term, you know, where we get the term squeaker from. Like, so personally, like, I love skill-based matchmaking. It has improved my gameplay experience a lot.
I am learning English again. Shut the fuck up. But yeah, so, like, the biggest thing is, like, skill-based matchmaking, or the concept of skill-based matchmaking, has improved greatly over the years. It's still not perfect.
No.
For a lot of reasons. But it's getting better, thankfully.
Oh, yeah. And so the reason why I bring this up today is because today on Twitter, which this probably will be going up the same night, because as soon as we're done recording this, I'm going to edit it and post it. So that way it's like breaking news. Fucking. So yeah, I took a nap today and I woke up and the hashtag remove SBMM, skill-based matchmaking, was trending on Twitter. And I proceeded to go look up this hashtag, and I would like to read you some of the most ridiculous baby nonsense that I have ever fucking read. Like, I'm not gonna name any names here. Like, I'm not gonna, like, call out any accounts, but I am gonna be reading tweets. Because...
Oh, I was gonna say, you may as well, like, link him in the description.
No, I'm not calling anybody out here. Like, I'm not trying to call anybody out. I'm just calling out this... I'm calling out the trend, is what I'm doing.
Gotcha.
Okay. Here we go. I gotta find one of the really good ones. Okay, here we go. Here's one of the ones that really fucking made me laugh. Yeah, man, sure.
Oh, dear.
This is great. I'm having a great time. This is every game. I don't want to play competitive. I am a content creator. Give me normal lobbies. I literally can't make videos on this game. Me and played for 2 hours and have nothing to show for it. Remove skill-based matchmaking. So you mean to tell me that your content isn't worth watching if you're not dunking on people?
I guess. Because, I mean, why... I can see where they're coming from. I don't agree. By any means.
Because, like, the whole reason I fucking record and stream me playing video games is because me and my friends are fucking idiots.
And we love that about each other.
Exactly. Like, the game is there to basically riff off of.
Yeah.
Like...
But it's like, if you're... Because, like, I kind of get it. Because how many people watch, like, dudes like Shroud and Ninja and, like, other, like, quote, pro players, whether they be legitimate professional esports people like Shroud or professional entertainers like Ninja? People, the average Joe, or at least the average, like, teenage to early adult years range, watch these people not only for, the personality, like in the case of Ninja, but for the skill.
Right.
For seeing them, like, dunk on these children.
Right.
You know, fucking, like, go to the Special Olympics and win all the golds kind of, like, absurd kind of, like, joy-taking.
Yeah.
When it comes to those games. Which I get.
My whole thing is, like, I mean, and here's my argument to that. He's one of the people who is not part of, like, he hasn't openly spoken out about being against this movement, but he also hasn't openly spoken out about skill-based matchmaking as far as I have seen. The only thing he's really spoken out about recently is the term "it's just a game," which I am very in the middle on. Like, personally, for a casual gamer, that's, like, just a very shitty mindset to have,
Yeah. I'm gonna agree with Phil DeFranco on this because...
Oh, I didn't hear his take on this.
Oh, yeah, in his most recent PDS. So basically what he says is... Basically what he said, which I agree with, is, like, to paraphrase.
Right.
I understand where you're coming from, or at least might understand where you're coming from. I don't agree with the word choice.
Yeah.
Because it's like using the rage of, like, losing, or using the feeling of loss in a video game, especially as powerful as it is for, like, the more hardcore gamers, like, or at least the more passionate gamers like we are.
Right.
Using that in order to better yourself as a gamer and push you towards something positive, that's fantastic. Do not lose that. But, like, if it came off as, like, if you're not chucking your controller at the wall and, like, beating the shit out of your girlfriend kind of rage, and using that to
which
fuel
we are
your
not
hatred,
saying Ninja does. 100% we are not saying that is what he does.
No, I'm paraphrasing how people are taking it.
No, I'm just clarifying that we are not insinuating that at all.
Correct. But like how people are taking it is like, unless you're using that kind of rage and self-loathing to, you know, get good kid, you know, that's then you're not a real gamer. And it's like, no. Like, for the casual people, the people who don't take it as seriously as we do, it's just a game, I think is totally fine, just those words alone, because that's kind of a mindset of, you know what, I don't need to be upset. It's something that I have somewhat of a vested interest in, but it's not enough to, like, get me down. And that's great.
Yes.
For the people like us, it is kind of frustrating because it's like, how can I take this as just a game when I have that much vested in it? Or especially for pro people like Ninja, who said the quote.
Right.
You know, that's his livelihood. I can understand that. He needs to word it better, though.
Yes, 100%. But yeah, like, my whole thing about this is it's just like, but like, Ninja still has consistently put out videos where the title is Ninja Obliterates the Lobby, and he gets fucking 19 eliminations in a solo match, you know? Like, he's still constantly cranking out content like that, and a lot of the top Fortnite creators are still cranking out like content like that, regardless of skill-based matchmaking. So what I'm saying is skill-based matchmaking is no excuse for lackluster content.
Yeah, that sounds like a you problem.
Exactly. The way this tweet is worded, give me normal lobbies, I literally can't make videos on this game. Me and have played for fucking 2 hours, I'll censor that, and have nothing to show for it.
You're gonna have to censor it twice, because you said it twice.
Did I really say it twice?
Yeah, the initial...
Oh, did I really? I'm a fucking idiot. One. But yeah, it's just like...
bit, but that's fine.
You know what? Fucking... Yes, part of my, like, when I post Fortnite content on YouTube, a lot of it is about, you know, fucking... You know, yes, a lot of it is me and my friends fucking around. But I do showcase the gameplay as well. And as nice as it would be to showcase wins, I feel like it's more important for me to showcase me and my friends having a good time.
Yeah, because, you know? Like, having a great moment, that's great. You know, be proud of that. Having the kind of banter that we do, that we can sit down and laugh at, feels much more gratifying. And like, it feels like people would be more willing to come back for that than it is, oh yeah, he sniped, yeah, that's cool. You know, you see that a million times over. But like, oh my god, do you remember this one specific joke? And then you go find it because it's in that one video. Like, I feel like that comes across better than like, you know, the generic... I say generic, but generic dunking on.
Yeah. Here's another
like, that's
one.
That's why I go to Russian Badger's channel. Yeah. Because he and his buddies are fucking hilarious. And there's some great moments.
But they are pro-level Siege players.
They are really good. I wouldn't say pro level, but oh my god, master shit posters for sure.
Badger's been invited to tournaments. He wasn't even supposed to play in a tournament, and someone had to drop out, so they were like, hey, Badger, do you want to play?
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that one. He also played on T-Pain's team against Lil Yachty.
Fucking T-Pain! Yeah. But, okay, here's another one of these tweets. I miss console lobbies, when players actually spread out around the map and you could find players. Now it's all just psycho PC players hot dropping and dying within the first 5 minutes of the game, and the majority of other POIs no one goes to. What are you talking about? That's how the game's always fucking been. There's the fucking psychopaths that go to the hot drops. And then there's the filthy fucking casuals like us that go to the not so populated drops. The game's always fucking been like that, you idiots.
It really has been, but I kind of see where they're coming from, because the implementation of mouse and keyboard on console has kind of like
that has kind of thrown things
direction.
into a weird place. I agree.
But at the same time, that's one of the reasons why I'm glad that not only have they implemented just overall cross-platform compatibility and cross-platform play, but they also match up very evenly, it seems like.
So this is the first time that I'm going to have visual content on the screen.
Oh dear.
I'm sorry. I came across a meme, and it's from but if spoilers, if you haven't fucking seen Spider-Man Far From Home.
Oh dear.
It's a picture of Spider-Man, crouched up on the rooftop, and it's got the caption, "Everywhere I go, I see hashtag remove SBMM," and the replacement for the graffiti of Iron Man is just a list of tweets.
Oh my god.
Oh my fucking god. Oh my god, this one's absolutely hilarious. Hashtag remove skill-based matchmaking, or, just make it an option. I swear, y'all only deal in absolutes, you bunch of Siths. And then there's a screenshot of Smash Brothers online play that has a thing that says for fun or for glory.
Interesting.
So anyways, continue with what you were saying. I'm just trying to find all of these fucking tweets.
But I forgot what I was saying, but basically, like, I just don't really understand. I really don't understand, because the entire purpose of skill-based matchmaking in the first place is to try and level the playing field as much as possible.
Exactly.
Oh, that's what it was. So Fortnite has cross-platform play.
Yes.
Console, like, people who use, or people in lobbies that are only using controller are matched up with other people in that, like, in a different group who are all piled together who are only using controllers. Mm-hmm. That includes PC, because there are PC players who deal with only controller.
Yes.
And that's fine. At the same time, if you've got a mouse and keyboard set up on console, which honestly kind of blows my mind, just in the first place, but if you got that set up...
Some people can't get a PC,
Yeah, that's fair.
I thought about doing that for a while with Fortnite before I had my PC, because the keyboard and mouse compatibility came out before I had it.
Yeah.
I just did not. I'm just not good at it.
You'll get there. You'll get there. But, mouse and keyboard on console will match you up with PC players, because that's what the input is. And if you have a mixed lobby, I feel like it does pretty well with, mixing people up. So it'll have at least it seems like an even keel between, controller and mouse and keyboard input.
Yes.
And, like, that's phenomenal. I've heard, like, there was somebody who was talking about Siege doing cross-platform play, and a lot of PC players were saying, no, it's going to destroy the community unless it stays console, cross-platform console only, and then leave PC out of it.
No.
But, like, I see where they're coming from again, but I don't necessarily agree, because you can have a mix, or you can match up for input only.
Yeah.
And that would be fine.
And the only times that you would really have crossover are situations like when you get involved with, like, parties like us.
Exactly.
The group of people
like
that we play
PC.
with, we play on keyboard, mouse, PlayStation, and Xbox.
Yeah, we kind of have the all-encompassing... If we had a fourth person who played on Switch
that would just be
more often...
Oh my god, the four horsemen of the fucking apocalypse.
The Four Horsemen of the Gaming Apocalypse in Fortnite. I think we just found our title. But anyways. But yeah, so I feel like more developers, more games, more systems need to put that in place, because that, it would drop sales, unfortunately, but at the same time, everyone could stay connected.
Yeah.
Which, like, isn't that the point?
Yeah. Like, my whole thing is, it's just like, I don't understand what is so wrong with making the game fair. I do not understand what people have such an issue with. Like this tweet, like, I can understand where they're coming from, because, like, it's, the whole reason I go and play bot lobbies on fucking Call of Duty is because I can do this. I'd love to see games remove hashtag SBMM, because as someone who likes to go for high kills and just stomp, that is enjoyable for me. I can understand where they're coming from, but the wording seems very toxic.
Yeah.
And
like,
that's
where
that's what makes it a problem for me.
Just because of how it's worded, I'm very tempted to say, then get better. Like, what's wrong with that?
Oh, look, someone said exactly what I said. Hashtag remove skill-based matchmaking. I don't know, y'all. The people rallying behind this tag, you're just proving to everyone your content ain't worth watching if you don't want to be matched with similarly skilled players.
Thank you.
Like, okay, this one's pretty funny. It's one of those, like, first-time memes, and it's Destiny players when the Fortnite community makes hashtag remove skill-based matchmaking trend. First time.
It's so true, though.
Oh, here's somebody that said a different version of what you said. Remove skill-based matchmaking is only trending because it's always poorly implemented. Good players don't mind playing good players, they mind 15-minute queues and playing players from other parts of the world with increased lag. Needs to be handled better, period.
I mean, that's part of it, yes.
That's the gist of it. It's like, it's not, like, the gist of it is, it's not perfect, it will get better.
Yeah, and yeah, that's what I was getting at. Because, like, here, I will give you a perfect example of that. Battlefield 4.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
Battlefield 4. Beta, it was, for the people who could handle it, it was very fun. I didn't get to play too much. I made a video on it. Like, I played quite a bit. It was an interesting time. It was also very frustrating. But the beta, just in general, was kind of it was kind of derpy. Not kind of. It was very derpy. It was not great. But as the game progressed, and as updates were rolled out and as the DLC went, by the time you got to the final DLC, that felt like it had gotten to a point where it felt like this is Battlefield again.
Right.
Comparing it to Battlefield 3, which is arguably like, at least Bad Company 2 and Battlefield 3 on PC.
Oh, Bad Company 2 was so good.
Were like the definitive Battlefield experiences, right?
Mm-hmm.
Had the most destruction. It had, it had everything that a Battlefield player was looking for.
If
Plus,
I'd have had a PC, Bad Company 2 would have been the game that got me good, that made me good at keyboard and mouse.
Yeah, well, I mean, I had it, but you never took to it.
I just liked blowing shit up.
Also, you spend a lot of your time editing on my rig, but anyways.
True.
But yeah, so it's like that was the definitive Battlefield experience. If you compare the Battlefield 3 launch or even the DLC 1 or 2 launch compared to Battlefield 4 and its subsequent DLC launches, they were not the same. They were similar, but they were not the same. And for most Battlefield players, and I feel like I can say this, speaking for the community, because this is what I've seen from the community, DLC 5 for Battlefield 4, when that was released, and the patches came through and all of that, that was the Battlefield experience that should have been their day one. So Battlefield 4 should have started where essentially its lifetime before the next game was supposed to come out ended.
Huh. That sounds like another game we played, Fish.
Oh?
That was also a 4.
I'm drawing a blank.
Black Ops.
Oh, yep.
That's the exact same thing that happened to Black Ops. By the time Modern Warfare was on the cusp of coming out, like we had already played the beta, Black Ops 4 was finally where it was supposed to be. Zombies players were happy. Fucking multiplayer players were happy. Blackout players were happy. Microtransactions were finally fucking figured out. And everybody stopped bitching. But it was too late. Modern Warfare was practically here, and we were all riding that cock.
And we still are.
Oh yeah, hardcore. Fucking
but yeah, it's
shit.
like that's the thing that we're talking about when it comes to skill-based matchmaking. It's been worked on and it's been getting better. It's not where it should be, but it's getting better.
They're trying.
Part of that I attribute to the community, because you're always going to have those dudes who exploit it, who make Smurf accounts, who abuse the system to, this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
There's always going to be people who break it down and abuse the hell out of it.
Yeah.
There's no getting around that, because that's just how people are.
Yeah, because the only other thing you can do is kind of a breach of privacy, which is gaining the IP address and banning that IP address, and even then you still can't stop it because of VPNs.
Yeah.
So it's like shit.
Yeah, but it's at the same time, oh yeah, fucking dicking around with friends. Oh, I accidentally blew up my friends and now I got a 30-minute ban in Siege. Let me hop onto my alt and we'll fucking get back into this shit.
Or shit.
That's the other side of the Smurf or alt accounts.
I forgot to fucking invite my friend to a game, so I left the game I was currently in, and I got banned from earning XP for 3 matches. What's up, Bleeding Edge?
Yeah.
I'm actually really not that salty about it. It was just a good time to bring it up. Little too harsh, though, because it was a mistake. Honest, guys. I swear.
Yeah.
I'm just an idiot and forgot to invite Fish.
Yes and yes. But yeah. It's this has just been 30 minutes of us saying, stop bitching. It could be much worse.
This is
of
us.
Course, nicer words.
If we wanted to be just dicks about this and make this a fucking 2-minute conversation, we would just go, lol, get good,
Yeah, take the Dark Souls route.
Because it's because my whole thing about it is it's just skill-based matchmaking has vastly improved the Fortnite experience for me. Before Chapter 2, when skill-based matchmaking was implemented, I never enjoyed playing solos, duos, or squads because I could never stay alive for more than granted, I had good games. There were good games. But literally out of the entirety of Chapter 1, I probably won 2 regular Battle Royale games out of, I would say, close to 1,500.
Yeah, you had a lot of games under your belt. Because for those of you who don't know, he and one of our other buddies, Papa Voorhees, used to do these weekly challenges, either day of or the following Saturday, I believe.
Yeah, it's the original schedule was we would try to do it the day of. That got a little too ragey because of how fucking sweaty the game was.
Yep.
And so,
man.
Fucking, we started doing it on Saturdays when less people were doing it, and then I think we pushed it to fucking the following Tuesday, I think. Or the following Wednesday, even, I think, at one point. We
The
thought
following
about
Tuesday, I think.
Well, I think at one point we even thought about pushing it to the following Wednesday before the next week's challenges came out. But then we decided, no, that's not a good idea because last-minute people doing their challenges like us, who don't suck at the game.
Yeah. But, like, yeah, so you guys played a lot to try and get through all of the weekly challenges within that one, like, what was it, 4-hour limit stream?
4 hours and 20 minutes. It was the 420 challenge.
Gotcha, that's what it was.
Yeah.
So, if anybody would know how ragey it could get because of the sweats, like the people who would just hop in, it would be, quote, open lobby or open season or whatever you want to call it,
right.
No skill based or anything, just kind of, oh, there's an open spot, let's toss them in here, and then getting dunked on while you're just trying to do things.
Right. And don't get me wrong, I will be the first to fucking admit that still happens from time to time. It does. It really fucking does. I have lost a lot, like, because skill-based matchmaking has improved my confidence so much. That's another thing. It's also about confidence. Getting more people to play your game because they feel confident about playing it. Because,
oh, dude,
for me, that's a big reason why I never played a lot of the Call of Duty multiplayers. Because I would hop in, I would get my shit wrecked, and I just wouldn't enjoy the experience because I would never get thrown in to lobbies with people of my skill level.
And then you've got me, who I've been playing Call of Duty multiplayer not since the start, but like I started playing during the Modern Warfare 2 era and have just stuck with it.
Yeah.
And I've had some horrible games. I've had some great games, but mostly it's like, okay, I'll be like somewhere in top 3 unless I have a really shit game. But that's just either because of how I play or because I'm just getting better at the game.
Right.
Or better at figuring out the game.
Exactly.
But yeah, I've been there for a long while, and a long while before you were.
Yes, because I did not have access to a Call of Duty game until fucking Black Ops on the goddamn Wii.
It's still funny as shit.
And I had to connect that bitch to the internet through a fucking LAN adapter, so I had to pull my parents' internet modem out from under the fucking desk, under the computer table, pull it all the way across the dining room so it would be sitting in the hallway, in the fucking living room, right in the doorway, in dead center in the doorway of the hallway. And then I could play online. Like, holy fucking shit. Like, I need to set that shit back up one day. Oh, wait, Nintendo Online's down. Fuck. I can still do zombies. I can still do, like, a fucking zombies, Call of Duty's zombies on Wii fucking X amount of years later.
Oh, dear.
Fucking... but yeah, fucking anyways, like, I was never a huge fan of Call of Duty multiplayer, just because, like, it never really felt like a fair experience to me, you know? Like, and, like, granted, yeah, you could tell me, oh, get good, kid, but how am I ever gonna get good if I can't even fucking, like, move 2 steps without dying?
Yeah.
Like, this isn't Counter-Strike, people.
A lot of it goes back to what you were saying about confidence, because I do feel like I have a pretty good confidence going into multiplayer games, pardon me.
We can edit that.
Or at least most multiplayer games, because I feel like I got a decent knack for it, whereas some people don't. But I've also had games where I've just been like, I'm never touching this again. Like, for a while, that was Rocket League.
League of Legends.
Never played.
Oh,
never cared to.
Had that experience.
Just, first of all, like, don't judge me too hard. Fuck the game. Fuck the people. Like, and especially because I have an ex who dicked me over hard, who went to an ex-boyfriend who, like, that's one of his, like, top games. And it's like, wow, you really go for the toxic ones, don't you?
See, for me, it was because a former mutual friend of ours got me to play it, and it was an awful experience.
Yeah. It also doesn't help hopping into a game and being like, hey, can or even going to your friends being like, hey, can I get a hand? I don't quite get it.
Fuck
I think
you.
I'm almost there. I just need a hand. It's like, can't you read the guide? You know, you have eyes, you have a brain, right? Why the fuck should we have to do anything for you? It's just like, no, I just need help. I just need a hand. Like, what is this icon over here that's not listed in my manual? Like, the single flimsy little piece of paper that we get now instead of a fucking actual manual.
Yeah, like, fucking... Yeah, but, like, that's a big deal. So, but, like, the recent implementation of skill-based matchmaking has very much greatly improved my confidence. Oh, right. The whole point of why we started talking about the whole confidence thing in the first place.
Yeah.
Fucking Derailed, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Fucking, the whole reason, I play fucking solos and duos and squads now. That's actually all I play on Fortnite now, ever since skill-based matchmaking has been implemented. But even though skill-based matchmaking is implemented, I still get dunked on. This is, like, hashtag weird flex, but also, lol, why are you bragging? Like, I can average top 10 in almost every game now. Unless, like, we're just shit posting out the ass. You know? But, like, even when we're shit posting out the ass, we make it far.
We've gotten consistent.
Yeah, like, there's consistency.
We've gotten to a point where we can be very consistent.
Right, and because of that consistency, some players that are getting put into my lobbies are players that are dunking on me. I have gotten absolutely dunked on. I have gotten fucking Taj Mahal's 5-star mansions, fucking Hilton's, fucking crack shack in the fucking burbs, like... Bruh, I've had everything built on me, even with skill-based matchmaking. It's not, like, maybe I'm just one of those, maybe I'm just fucking ignorant and I'm just like, oh, it's not a problem, like, fucking, like, because the way that I see it is, the better you perform, the more intense players are gonna get into your matches. And the worse you perform, the less intense players are gonna get into your matches, and probably a few more bots.
Right.
You know, like, it's...
As how it should be.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like, and from my experience, that's how it's been working. Like, when I'm having really good days, those good days are usually brought to an end by people shooting me in the face from across the map. Unless I'm just like, okay, I've peaked, I'm hopping off. Which I've actually been pretty smart about lately.
Yeah, fucking ending our last Rocket League session on a win. It's like, yep, I'm good.
Okay, yeah, 2.5 hours, we got a good win. I'm good.
Actually, that's a fair point. That's actually a really good example, because we've had some games where we just destroyed, and it's like, oh my god, we're gods. You know, just being our shitposty self.
There have literally been
then
games where I have said out loud, is it time for this ass beating to end yet?
And then next match, we will get our shit rocked.
Yeah, and then that same phrase turns into, is this ass beating done yet?
So yeah, like, matchmaking can work.
Yeah, like, matchmaking can fucking work. It just... And, like, honestly, what that one tweet said about, like, international players and increased lag, yeah, that's something that needs to be worked on, but I understand that there are only so many players as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I understand that, like, there are legitimate real gamer hours. Like, holy fucking shit. But yeah, moral of this fucking story, like, skill-based matchmaking is a good thing. It just needs to be worked on. It's not perfect. Give it time.
Yeah, trying to get rid of it altogether is going to make the situation much worse.
I do like the approach of splitting the two.
Oh yeah, just like fucking skill based on one side, and then fucking like open season on the other.
Yeah.
And, it's a kind of a toss up. But that's also the people who are choosing to do that.
If you're going into that lobby, you're going into that lobby full knowing that there's going to be toxicity. And I feel like that's probably why this one won't be implemented, because it's embracing toxicity.
Which should not be a thing.
Exactly. So, kind of playing devil's advocate when I'm talking about that one. But we need to keep it around. We need to keep working on it. It's fucking... It's a new thing, people. Like, you gotta give it some fucking time.
Actually, I'll give you another, I believe, good example of up to a recent point.
Shit, I think Modern Warfare's got pretty good matchmaking.
I think it does too. But like matchmaking,
we're gonna get so much shit for this episode. Oh my god.
Oh, probably. And correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, Counter-Strike Pro players, which I probably am, but like matchmaking based on rank feels like it was doing pretty good outside of Smurfs. But like it did pretty well. And if you had a mixed lobby, it would either try and average out based on like the highest rank.
Mm-hmm.
Or it would kind of like average out between highest and lowest, maybe slightly geared towards highest, like 75%, something like that. But that is also a game that I refuse to play.
Yeah.
Because I've had so many terrible experiences because I've gotten dunked on so hard, and because of toxic teammates and enemy players.
Yeah. 100%.
I haven't touched it since it's gone free to play, so my entire experience was like the 5 years or 6 years leading up to that.
What I want to say to
that
people,
I played.
What I want to say to people who really want to play a shooter that has always 100% been about having knowledge of the map and dominating your fucking enemy with that knowledge, go play Quake Champions. You will get that experience from that, because that is what Quake has always been about.
Never played Quake. Never played Unreal Tournament. Never played Quake.
Yeah, Quake is that same style of gameplay. So basically what it is, it's an arena shooter, I would say. It's an arena deathmatch shooter.
Yes.
It follows the format of the old Doom multiplayer shooters. Or honestly, the old Quake shooters. Was Quake before or after Doom?
I want to say Quake was the one, if nothing else, Quake was the one that popularized the arena shooter.
Right.
Because that was the first, that was the first one that really got people into the competitive shooter scene.
Doom popularized the term deathmatch. That is quoted John Romero.
Okay.
And Quake is what perfected the arena deathmatch.
Yeah, I can't, like, Quake Champions, no, that shit makes me rage.
Yeah, but those games are about brutal gameplay. They are about knowing the map better than your enemy and using that knowledge to dominate them. And the developers have always been open about that. The game is not 100% based on your skill. The game is based on whether you know where shit is or not.
Yeah, that's fair.
John Carmack, John Romero, they have both spoken about this on numerous occasions. So, like, if you really want that fucking experience of dominating your enemy just from your sheer knowledge of the game, go play Quake. or Unreal Tournament. I know there hasn't been a new one for fucking years, but I think Unreal's Tournament 3 servers are still going.
Possibly. I would also argue up to a point that map knowledge is very high on the list of priorities when it comes to Siege, but no, I was actually going to say Splitgate, and what Splitgate was based on, Halo.
Halo is another one. Halo, I would very much say that, I don't know.
I couldn't do it.
We might agree. We might disagree on this, but I think Halo at times had balanced multiplayer.
I got thrown into a bunch of multiplayer games on Reach with Jonesy and got my shit rocked and never touched it again.
Yeah, see, my experience with Halo goes a little bit further than that. Back when we were in high school in my freshman year, I was in a computer class, and the multiplayer mod. At this school, someone had in the computer club had a copy of Halo for PC that was like it was basically like a ripped copy. Essentially, it was pirated.
It was modded because
it was
at that point
Halo
that's right, didn't run on PC.
That's right. Okay, so yeah, it was a modded version of Halo that could only run multiplayer, and I ended up spreading that through my whole fucking computer class. I wasn't supposed to. I was literally the only one who was supposed to have it outside of the computer club, and I spread it to the rest of the class.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that, and I remembered. Yeah, fucking one of the other things was like I mentioned Splitgate. Splitgate was made by hardcore Halo multiplayer fans. You can tell.
Yeah.
And that is very apparent. It's Halo with portals. That's what Splitgate is. That's what it was meant to be. When you try and go up against the people who understand how it functions, you're not going to have a good time.
Right.
Like the last game that I ever played of Splitgate, like just about everybody, and this is a free to play game, by the way.
Oh.
The last time I tried to hop on and like enjoy myself, I almost destroyed my PC.
Wow.
I legitimately did. I was so angry, and you can check in with you can check in with Jonesy about this, but I will never touch Splitgate again.
Yeah, that's kind of...
I will never touch Halo again, unless it's for the campaign or just to fuck with friends.
Right. That kind of leads me back, like, back into the skill-based matchmaking thing. Like, I have not... I mean, yes, I have, like, kind of, like, tossed my controller to the side, like, fuck this.
Oh no, I've snapped a controller before.
Well, like I'm just talking about like in this like specific situation, like playing Fortnite. I have not like ragingly thrown my controller at the ground and rage quit and stopped playing the game because I have just been doing shit. I have tossed my controller to the side, but I have not fucking like
yeah.
I have not done that once this season. Or not this season, but fucking like I've had
Chapter 2.
Like I've had ragey moments, of course. That's just who I am, and I try to do my best to make the rage funny.
You try.
Like I do.
And then when it's not, I dial you back, or at least try to.
Yeah, you help bring me back down. But yeah, fucking moral of the story, like, it's a good system. It just needs some work. That's
just let them figure it out. But don't get rid of it because it's not working as well as you believe it should, or like because it's not working in your favor. That I think that's the main thing. Don't try and get rid of a system that works for the majority because you're not having fun.
Right.
Because like, and that's not like me being like, you know, holier than thou or anything like
No.
that. It's honestly like, if your entire purpose is to hop on and dunk on kids and feel good about yourself, but you're not able to do that and you're having to, I don't know, work for your wins.
But you're not able to
for the
do
first
that
time in a
against
while?
people who are doing the same thing.
Exactly. Like, you know, then stop it. Go to a different game. Don't bitch about it because you're not able to like flex into Thanos snap.
It's literally
Like,
the argument of, like, they can talk shit, but they can't take shit. They can talk, you know, they can fucking dish it out all day, but they cannot take it.
yeah, don't dish it if you can't take it.
Yeah, that.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Yeah, fucking, I don't know how to say fucking phrases. That's why I'm terrified of doing this shit alone. That's why I brought you on permanently. And you bring me pictures of Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. But yeah, I get what you mean, and you know how to describe what you mean.
Yeah.
When it comes to quotes, I know the quotes.
Yeah.
Or at least the paraphrase of the quotes.
Yeah. But anyways, fucking K-pop. What do you know about it?
I'm so confused. What just happened?
Oh, we're
the
getting...
fuck was that transition?
Segues are weird. Fucking K-pop. What do you know about it?
It's pop from Korea.
That's it.
Like, I don't listen to it.
Okay,
like,
so
I don't
yeah.
listen to J-pop either.
So yeah, I don't listen
Like,
to it either. But dude, like, I found out the other day, this shit is fucking massive. Like,
have you ever heard of BTS?
I was trying not to specifically say the name, but like, yeah, dude, they came out with a fucking album the other day, and literally, it took over Twitter trending. It took over iTunes top 20 chart. The iTunes top 20 chart was every song on the album.
Yeah, no, K-pop has been massive for years now.
See,
and
I don't remember hearing about it until, I would say, the year after my senior year of high school, honestly. Or no,
dude,
my senior year. What would have been my senior year because I dropped out my junior year.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But what's it? So like, it. Yeah, no, K-pop has been a big thing for a long time. I would need to look at the timeline, but I feel like J-pop has been around, or at least around and more popular longer. Or at least was around or more popular first.
I've listened to baby metal. That shit's alright.
That's a confusing area.
That shit's alright, man.
Same shit with... Dude, like, you want to talk about baby metal? Fucking check out Lady Baby. Like,
Okay.
straight up. Fucking, it's two small Japanese women.
And a fucking Viking-looking metal dude. I know what you're talking about.
Yes, with pigtails
Yes.
and a fucking beautiful dress.
Yes, I have seen it. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, so it's like that shit is in a very interesting niche category.
But I just I found it so wild that like how insane fucking like Twitter and YouTube and just fucking everything blew up over this fucking album coming out. Like, I didn't realize how big K-pop was. Like,
Dude,
holy shit.
You should have known when fucking Psy topped the charts on fucking...
I actually do like Psy.
Because I'm not sure if that's, like, total K-pop category.
I feel like it's possibly a form of it. Maybe over there it's like KR&B.
Maybe.
I don't fucking know. I don't speak for them. I'm a fucking moron. I've said that multiple times.
But anyway, like, it should have been apparent when artists and styles like that were dominating the charts. It's like, oh yeah, Baby was number one, like Justin Bieber's Baby was like number one on YouTube for like fucking Psy. No, like fucking Psy came in and fucking 2012 was not prepared for it, and it was terrifying. It took over.
Yeah,
and then we had the Harlem Shake, and it got very confusing. But anyways,
oh man, I participated in that.
That I know. That should have. I feel like that should have been like well, not red flag number one, but like marker number one as to like what the fuck K-pop
telltale
is.
sign number one of how the monster that K-pop was.
Exactly.
Yeah, like
it
just blew me away. It blew me the absolute fuck away. Like, because that's not my realm of music.
And then wasn't it not too long ago that BTS's there was a music video that came out that like topped the most viewed music video on YouTube research. Like within 24 hours?
Holy what? Okay, yeah, no, doing research on this now. I might start breaking up a little bit on your end because I'm opening up Chrome.
You're good.
The RAM hog.
Right.
BTS video.
But yeah, no, they if I remember correctly, broke a record for the most amount of views in 24 hours. And then proceeded to top the most viewed video on YouTube.
Korea's BTS shatters YouTube record for views in 24 hours with Boy With Love featuring Halsey.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Let's see the numbers here. This article comes to us from Variety. # not sponsored, but we got to give credit when credit's due.
I think it was like very close to the hundreds of millions, if not the hundreds of millions, within 24 hours.
Most popular boy band in the world have smashed YouTube's record for the most views accrued in the first 24 hours within release. As of 5 a.m. Eastern Time Saturday, Boy With Love had racked up just over 78 million views, according to YouTube's public views counter. On April 15th, YouTube revised the video's official stat to 74.6 million views in the first 24 hours to adjust for overcounting by its real-time system. In any case, it demolished the previous record just set a week ago by K-pop girl group Blackpink's Kill This Love, which had 56.7 million views in its first 24 hours to top Ariana Grande's Thank You Next. Holy fuck.
There you go. So there's two K-pop artists that one-upped
one of the most popular artists from the US currently. Boy With Love has also become the fastest video to reach 100 million views in less than 2 days. This is also back from April of last year, and so let's just see.
It's gotta be almost a billion views by now, I'm sure.
Let's see. No, I don't want fucking videos. I want news articles. No, not CNN, not Billboard. Fuck you, Billboard.
I'm gonna look at its fucking view count right now.
Yeah, let's just go look at the most recent shit. I can't believe I'm putting this in my search history.
There it is.
61 million views. This shit went up on Friday. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I was looking at Boy With Love. That one's at 702, almost 703 million views.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at a video that came out yesterday.
Yeah, dude, it's massive, dude.
Fuck. I'm in the wrong business, man. I'm kidding. That is 100% cultural appropriation.
Oh, I was actually about to say, just so you know, kawaii is a different language.
Oh no, Avril Lavigne already fucking ruined that for all of us.
Oh god, can we talk about that for a second?
Oh yes, please, can we? Oh my god, I'm so glad you said that. Oh, I'm so happy right now.
Let's revisit that abomination.
Oh, yes. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, Avril Lavigne came out with this song back in fucking... By the way, she has come out with some new music recently, very fucking good. I am not going to fucking, like, fucking, like, but this song was a mistake. I am not going to discredit her entire career over this one song, but holy shit, this song was a mistake.
Oh, dude, no. She started strong. She started real strong. And just, at least where I was in the music scene, because I'm a metalhead.
Yeah, the song Hello Kitty. Oh my fucking god. Like, that had to have just been some producer's idea, and she was contractually obligated to say yes, right? Like, I really don't want to believe that she wanted to do that.
Here's the thing. Okay, so viewers or listeners, stop what you're doing. Stop listening. Put us on pause.
Yeah, if you have not heard this song,
put us on pause. Do not click on the music video, but take the link to that music video, download it so it doesn't get any more views on YouTube, and watch it for yourself. What is that?
What the hell did you just see? What the hell did we subject ourselves to? Avril, I have the utmost respect for you. I do, but I really want to know what happened with that song. Like,
because, like, you know...
Let me look up the lyrics for this. We're going to do a lyrics read. This is what this podcast has been derailed into.
Oh, dear. While you're looking that up. So, I am a white dude. It is very apparent that I am a white dude.
Right.
I enjoy Japanese culture. It is fascinating.
Yes.
From various aspects. I love the lore. Like, the weird facets of the culture that, like, you know, show the odd sides of Japan. You know, what legends have come out of the country since the early days of establishment. And, you know, growing as a country, growing as a civilization, and getting to the point where we're at now. You know, it's fascinating. I love the traditions. I really do. Plus, some of my favorite content is from Japan. Like, anime has taken over my life since I was a kid. Like, I'll be upfront about that. My Hero Academia, to me, is one of the best shonen anime that has ever come out. And it's fantastic. It's got a great story, great voice cast, you know. I will praise it to high heaven. That fucking video, the lyric read that we're about to hear, for me personally, screams cultural appropriation and mockery of their traditions and their image.
So, okay.
Like, it put me into a rage.
So, are you ready for this? I'm going to read all the way up to the first chorus.
Okay, so
I apologize if this offends anybody.
First verse and pre-chorus. Let's fucking do this. And
probably a copyright strike.
No, we are reading lyrics and talking about it and breaking it down. This does not violate terms
Minasako arigato kawaii kawaii. Mom's not home tonight, so we can roll around, have a pillow fight. Like a major rager, OMFG. Let's all slumber party like a fat kid on a pack of Smarties. Someone chuck a cupcake at me. It's time to spin the bottle. Now talk about it tomorrow. Keep it just between you and me. Let's play truth or dare now. We can roll around in our underwear. How every silly kitty should be. What the fuck are these lyrics? Come, kitty, kitty. That last line really insinuates some fucked up shit now. Come, kitty, kitty. Yeah. You're so pretty. Don't go, kitty, kitty. Stay with me. What the fuck did I just read? Okay, fun little experiment. I want you to look up the lyrics to this song. Avril Lavigne, Hello Kitty. Go look up the lyrics to this song. And then I want you to open up another tab. And then open up the song Candy Quahog Marshmallow by Family Guy. There is no difference.
Oh my god, you're right.
There is no difference.
That's disgusting.
Where is the fucking difference?
Like,
That is
okay,
how
I've seen
insane
people,
that song is. That is how insane those fucking lyrics are.
So I've seen Twitter go into a rage about a 9 or 10 year old girl wanting to learn how to go through a traditional tea ceremony because she loves the traditions of Japan. I've seen that little girl get roasted alive about cultural appropriation. There was
That's disgusting.
one person. There was one person semi recently. It was like a year or two back, who for her like homecoming, I think, wore a traditional Chinese dress.
Oh yeah, and she got torn
And she
apart for
was
it.
yeah, like one of the things was like it was like, oh, you're gonna wear a dress like that, and then so you're gonna wear a dress like that, and then you're gonna mock the culture by like throwing up like gang signs or some stupid shit like that. When she was just referencing, I think in the picture it was just like hands together, kind of a pose that was referencing Ethan Klein from H3H3.
Well, and I mean,
It's
for me, it's just like, who gives a fuck? She liked the dress. Get off her fucking case.
Or some of my favorite ones are not necessarily cornrows, but braids, which really kind of like to me like is a little confusing because different forms of braids come from like just about every culture. Scandinavians had braids, Native Americans, African descent, Asian descent, but every culture has had braids at some point.
Yeah.
And yet there are people being crucified from every angle because that's cultural appropriation. And yet something like this with fucking Hello Kitty, like I know like the comment section ripped it apart, but at the same time I don't think it got nearly the level of
Well, no, because let's see when this came out again.
It didn't get nearly the level of social media recognition and roasting as like some of the other people that I mentioned, which like
It's because it came
is
out in
honestly kind of
2013.
confusing. That's right. Cancel culture didn't really take off until like what, 2016?
Yeah, I'd say late 2015, early 2016. But yeah, fucking like it came out before anybody gave a shit. You know what I mean? And like we're not trying to start a cancel Avril Lavigne over fucking Hello Kitty. It was a mistake. I get that.
Yeah, I think everybody does. Basically, we're pointing an example out. We're pointing out various examples of like why does this equal this and why does this not?
Right.
I find it like awful that people who have a legitimate interest and respect towards a culture who want to emulate that, which funny thing. So to my understanding, the Japanese people or Japanese culture not only is okay with spreading their culture around the world, it's actually encouraged. Like, obviously not in a mocking way, but to anyone who's interested, yes, learn it.
Yeah.
Do it. Fucking get into it, learn as much as you can. Just don't disrespect the culture.
Exactly.
That's why, YouTuber A, B, and C have been banned.
Don't do Mickey. Don't do what Mickey Rooney did.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let's go a little bit more recent. Don't do what fucking John.
I don't want to say
John
his name.
Leguizamo did in fucking The Pest.
Oh, I thought you were going much more recent than that, and I was like, I don't want his name.
No, I'm
here.
going like movies that have caused a stir. like characters.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, here we go. Here's the perfect one. Apu. But I guess things have changed somewhat. They aren't removing the character from the show completely now, but Hank Azaria has stepped down from doing that voice in particular.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
I mean, still not great, but at least the character isn't being erased from history just because the voice actor was a white guy at one point, who did he did a good job of the accent, but yes, it was very stereotypical. I will admit this. But that's literally what The Simpsons is. It's a satire of the world. Like, that's my problem with it, is it's like, granted, yes, I get it, we're in this fucking, like, ultra-sensitive culture, and, you know, fucking, a white guy doing a stereotypical Indian voice isn't the best thing in the world, but come on, compared to some of the other fucking racist-ass shit going on in the world, is this really that bad?
It's still bad, but like
yes, it's a misrepresentation, but the whole show is a misrepresentation.
And it's meant to be that way.
Exactly. That's why it's been around for so long. That's why shows like South Park and Family Guy and Robot Chicken have been around for so long. Because they are all just satires. That's all it is. And for a long time, we all understood that. And it's only been the last couple years that people are really starting to take offense to shit.
Yeah. I'm not sure, like, what happened to cause a 180 on some of this stuff, at least.
I have no idea.
Like,
I mean, honestly, I think a big part of it was obviously the 2016 election.
Yeah. Yeah, that definitely didn't help.
But even years before that, people were talking about cultural appropriation. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to, you know, reduce the severity of the topic, but this, that, and the other. Because cultural appropriation is a serious and severe problem. Like, when it's done very poorly, it's fucking wrong. I understand that. Like, did I get fucking fully enraged by the fact that Ghost in the Shell had mostly white people? No, but I was upset.
For that one, I don't know.
The only reason I was slightly upset is just because it's like, I mean, it was based on an anime, you know what I mean? I've always pictured most of these characters, if they were to do a live action version, to be at least Asian American in descent. You know?
Yeah.
Like, even shows like Naruto, like, it's a fucking blonde kid, but I've always pictured him as an Asian American.
Yeah, that's fair.
Or not an Asian American, but just, you know, a Japanese native. Because I think that's where that show's supposed to take place, right?
I mean, it's a
Japanese anime.
It's a fictional... It is a Japanese anime, but it's also set in a fictional world. So, we don't really have any, like, reference.
But, yeah, what I'm basically saying is it's just like... It is... I can understand why it would be weird that they would cast mostly, you know, white actors in a movie where typically I would have pictured most of the characters to be, you know, of Japanese descent at least.
Yeah, I haven't seen the movie, so I can't really talk about, like, how it actually was versus the anime movie versus, you know,
I haven't seen
else.
it either. I'm just bringing up that one particular thing just because it, you know, it kind of goes with the conversation.
I didn't feel like, you know, the outrage was totally justified for one reason. The creator of the character that Scarlett Johansson was playing came out and said, she's great for the role. She looks exactly how I had originally envisioned.
Okay, see?
If you get the okay from the creator, I feel like that, like, take that.
Like I said, I wasn't outraged by it. I was just a little upset, you know? Because, like, I am one of those people who does want to see, you know, Asian American actors or just, just Asian actors get fucking recognized. Like, I was psyched about the fact that Parasite won so much shit at the fucking Oscars. I was psyched.
Oh yeah, that was amazing.
I was absolutely
so
psyched.
you, as well as a lot of other people, would love to see greater representation of everyone.
Yes, absolutely. But I'm not the type of person to get fucking, like, outraged and go get in someone's face about it. It's just like, don't be a dick, man. Come on. Like, let's all just fucking get along.
Another great example of that. So, because they happened around the same time, so a lot of people were outraged about Scarlett Johansson playing General Makoto, because she's a white person playing a character from a Japanese origin. She's still an android, so there is the argument of it could be, or probably is, racially ambiguous.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still like, okay, yeah, But those same people were, like, complaining about, what was his name? Finn Jones playing Danny Rand in Iron Fist. Because he was a white dude who, like, grew up with monks.
Right.
Like, that just confuses me because, okay, there were a lot of people who said, outrage, whitewashing, this, that, and the other, and then immediately turned around and said, no, fuck the comic book origin of this character, of him being a white kid who crashed in the Alps or in a mountain range who is then raised or continued to be raised and trained by monks and now has become the immortal Iron Fist.
Is that his
fuck
origin?
that origin.
I don't know anything about the comics. I literally know zilch about the character. I didn't even watch the show.
I've seen the show. It could have been better. It could have been worse too. But, like, yes, that was his origin. That was his origin in the comics.
Okay.
He was a white kid in a rich family. The plane went down while they were, like, heading out somewhere. I don't know if it was to or from a vacation or, I don't remember the specifics of that. But he was a rich white kid who crash landed. His parents died. He was taken in by monks and then trained from then on, and he eventually went back home. And that's where we have the immortal Iron Fist.
See, the thing I heard people had the biggest problem with was that he didn't have the suit.
But, like, what I'm getting at is outrage, whitewashing, Ghost in the Shell. And yet those same people flip around and are like, what the fuck? This dude is, like, a hardcore martial artist who was trained by monks. Why not get a jacked Asian dude to play that? Because that would be perfect. Greater representation. And it's like, I'm sorry, you can't do that?
Not to that character, at least. Like, if they do indeed include, like, decide to include Namor, however you say his name, in the MCU, I've always pictured Namor to be a Asian American, or I keep wanting to say Asian American. I don't mean to. I'm just, you know what I mean. But, like, I've always pictured him to be of Asian descent. Japanese, Korean, what have you.
I would need to look into, like, the placement, because, like
Donnie Yen or some shit.
I fucking love Donnie Yen. I really do.
Like, I think he could play that character.
Yeah. But, like, the thing that I'm getting at is I don't understand the double standard. I really don't.
It's mostly what the world is made up of now.
And it's shit.
Yeah.
And it needs to change. Badly.
Oh, trust me. You're preaching to the choir here, brother. Like, I don't know. Like, you know me. Like, I just want everybody to fucking be chill. Like, whether it's with this fucking... Man, this one was all over the place today. Holy shit.
I mean, we kept to a central topic.
Yeah, fucking... I think we should end
Toxicity.
it. Yeah, I think we should end. I think we should end it now before we fucking go way too deep into something else. But fucking yeah, fucking moral of the story, man. Fucking skill-based matchmaking isn't that bad, and just be cool to each other. You know, like just be chill. It's not that hard. Don't drive like an asshole.
Basically. Use your fucking blinker.
Yeah, use your goddamn blinker. This has been the Derailed podcast. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.
Catch you later.